Can I talk to you? Do you know this song? Hello, welcome to day 15. Oh my gosh, did it get dark? No, it didn't. Hello, day 15. Day 15. The cravings aren't about food anymore. Hello and welcome. If you don't know, now you know. I'm Bree. My friends call me Brizzy, and I am doing a personal identity experiment through fasting, a 40-day juice fast to be specific. And you're thinking, what? Who would do that? Breezy, aren't you like in survival mode? Are you sure you should be handling that extra stress on your system? That sounds ludicrous. Why would you starve yourself? Because I'm an addict. Because I'm an addict, girl. That's why. I'm a food addict, okay? And to get over an addiction, you either cold turkey. What did Tony Robbins say? You either go cold turkey, you replace it something with something else, or you reduce it. Now those latitudes that don't work with people with ADHD because it's an all or nothing mentality. It's an all or nothing. You're either constantly obsessive about food or you forget to eat entirely. So instead of those pendulums swinging so aggressively back and forth, I'm like, you know what? I can get this addiction tamed once and for all. I can also reboot my nervous system. I can also give my body a chance to recover, since it's not always scoffing food down to emotionally suppress or distract, or just or just because you're bored to procrastinate. It looks like productivity when you're constantly needing to find somewhere to eat. Oh gosh, I got a goal, I can accomplish it. That's false accomplishment. It looks like you're doing something. Yeah, it does. When you're ordering, and it's not even entirely bad food. I would give myself the credit though. I mean, I order pretty much cuisine, especially Asian cuisine. I love Asian cuisine. These are my best friends. I know all the aunties in the Treasure Valley, and that's in Idaho. I'm in Idaho. Yeah, me. With all that print. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We in Idaho. Yeah, and it's about 9:35, and I am wrapping up day 15. So what you can expect on day 15? This is actually pause. I'm following a very strict protocol. So I invested about $2,000 in this whole process. And I have a private coach. I have an accountability group. I have, all the resources I can need where you can't mess it up. And things are already hard if you're already this far in addiction. You're using it to cope. So things I know are already overwhelming. You need somebody to do the thinking for you. And I know you can do hard things. I know you can lone wolf it. I know you can white knuckle it. You can do it by yourself, but you don't have to. Let's save time. Let's save disappointment, and let's actually be coached. Especially if you've been an athlete before, you know the difference between your perspective and somebody who's had time in the game. Let's shorten the path because we got things to do. It's 2026. Everything is telling us that there's so much levels of uncertainty. You better get your mind right, your body right, and your goddamn spirit right, okay? All right? And that's whatever spirit you like, all right? I'm here to talk about how we can come face to face with discomfort and make it on the other side. How do you know what's happening in life? Everything is true. You've told yourself these are truth. You told yourself you needed this food. You told yourself you needed to seclude to heal. You told yourself you would do it next year. How do you know if are we even following the script anymore? You may have gotten your feelings hurt. You may have gone through a divorce. You may have gone through some unfair betrayal, all that. And now, when we don't positively cope and sit with those emotions, we hire other entities and other entities like, hey, can y'all take on this because it's a little too much for your girl right now. So however y'all want to deal with it, I'll deal with it. Oh yeah, Breezy, we can help you. Are you sure you want us to help you? Yeah, because I really don't want to look at it and it feels uncomfortable and this is a trigger for me and it feels like a sensation I've been accustomed to since I was a child. So yes, come on, isolation. Yes, come on, gluttony. Yes, come on, pride. You guys are all invited to the table. Whatever makes me feel like somebody else is taking care of it and I don't have to touch it. Separation, distance, you froze out your friends, you froze out your family, you froze out people. Oh gosh. But you're destined to be a healer. You're destined to be a leader. You're destined to be somebody that people can look to for hope. You know, you gotta like clean all that up, right? You know, real recognize real. You can't fake energy. You can't fake having your past still attached to you. It comes up subtly. Sometimes you're good at hiding it, but it will come up on a date. It will come up at a job interview. It may come up in a disagreement at a supermarket. Don't you want to stay on top of that so you can present to the world a consistent version of you? People know what to expect. So in turn, they feel safe around you. You gotta feel safe around you. And that means exploring all those feelings of emotions that you've repressed with food for all these years. Day 15. So now we are introducing bentonite clay. Yeah, the stuff that you put on your face. Just like, yeah. But it's pharmaceutical grade. And I guess you can actually ingest what you put on your face too. But I got this brand. So day 15, you start introducing calcium bentonite clay. Make sure it's calcium bentonite clay, not sodium bentonite clay. And then you got psyllium husk. And if you're familiar with any of those, you know you've probably taken them separately before, but never together. So the first 2 weeks we're just kind of breaking down. You taking digestive enzymes, you're taking your lemon ginger blast, you're taking your citrus fruit. That's softening up all that compacted, people call it mucoid plaque, that's been compacted in the crevices of your colon since you started eating. So basically, sorry. It's not sorry. Once I figure out how to edit, I'll get that taken care of. But I don't know if you've taken like things where you add water to and they make that you have to drink it really quick or it makes it consistency of like pudding. And I love sushi, but with like slimy mucus, like on the verge of pudding, I can't, oh gosh, help me, put me on Fear Factor. Goodness gracious. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. So if you have psyllium bentonite clay, you have to hydrate it. So you shouldn't be taking powders by itself because it's going to extract from the waters in your body. And you don't want that. You don't want it to extract from the nutrients from your juices. So you want to make sure you're well hydrated. And that's what drinking as much water as we have been prepping us for. Our expansion, our capacity to have liquids and not have to use the restroom every 20 minutes. So this is the first time where I haven't used the restroom more than like 8 or 9 times. So I'm like, okay, body is adapting. So now we're introducing the clay and the psyllium husk to really like that's your like construction crew. That's gonna be like uprooting all the stuff you have been loosening to get it digested and get it out of you as soon as possible. So there is a protocol. There's like 5 days on, 4 days off. If you, depending on your results, if mucoid plaque comes out, which is like you'll know, but my coach said you will feel horrible. You will feel horrible for a couple of days, like you got the flu and diarrhea and malaria all at once. I'm like, bring it, baby. Anything feels better than staying in the same position that you were another year, another year. And I'm not saying I got it all figured out. I'm not saying I even have the luxury of paying for something like this and kind of gambling whether it work or not. No, I have to. I put myself in such a position, Breezy. You're so naughty sometimes. You put yourself in such hot, tight positions that you have no choice but to win. Why does it have to be like? Why does it have to be fire everywhere? Why can't we skip down the road and just be like, yeah, I'll pick that up. I'll do that. I don't know. Some of us are just built different. Some of us are just built different. But I'm at that point where I'm willing to get my hand held and say, yeah, yeah, I need a little more help. Can you explain that a little more? It saves so much time. I just finished up sending my video of like the summary of my day. I'm finding that vocalizing over like journaling, which you should still do because it activates different parts of your brain. It's just, it feels natural. Like this feels natural. This doesn't exhaust me. And I'm like, is that a breadcrumb? Is that a clue? I'm only doing this because my business coach challenged me to do something like this. Post every day because she was posting every day. I was like, well, girl, I want a lifestyle like you. I want to live it like me, but I want a lifestyle like you. So if you do it, copy and paste. Copy and paste. I'm humble enough to be like, okay, if you got it like that and you're telling me what to do, might as well try it because my plan, it's not, it's too much uncertainty. That's why I was like, oh okay, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I don't think I'm supposed to be anxious all the time. That's the feeling of your purpose calling you and you're not answering the door. I don't know about you, but I get spooked every time somebody's at my door. Why? Why? I'm expecting, I don't know, somebody to take something from me. Like these are the revelations that you start having when you allow your digestive system to rest. Today I was the first day I really expressed emotion, and it was just gratitude. I was watching the episode of Diary of a CEO with Tony Robbins and Stephen Burnett, and oh my gosh, just reminding me of the human potential of the imprint we can make on somebody else's life and what little gestures people need to they just need to see you doing it to know, like, okay, if they could do it, I could do it. And imagine having the title of impacting somebody's life. I can't think of a few things greater than that. So, yeah, I was just crying. I just allowed myself to cry. I was still early in the day, so I was trying to maintain just a little bit of makeup, just a little. I'm like, but the whole point, and what my coach constantly reiterates, is relax and release. That's the only way your body is going to release, if you relax. And I know my high strung girls, I know my neurodivergent, neurotic girls, where the whole world is depending on them and they got this obligation, uncertainty. Have certainty in one thing in your life and it starts spreading everywhere else. I know I'm going to be okay. I know I'm fully committed to this process. And it's crazy that 15 days has already started. I have been trying to fast since March. It's March of 2025. It's January of 2026 now. Girl, you need your hand held. If you if it's still, you can't click over like you used to. It's a different season. You can't work out like you used to. It's a different season. You learn, you pause, learn, adapt, and listen. Listen. Your body will tell you, listen. But you have to quiet everything around you, inside of you, to do that. In my way, in my personal opinion. So, a lot of emotion today. That's what you can expect. You will still have a little bit of cravings. Your smell is getting very, very good. So you can smell people. You can title that with whatever you want to title that with. But most people, you can smell their diet. You can smell it off of them. And I'm not talking about the people who's working up a sweat next to you, just random people standing by you, passing you in the grocery store, at church. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Lord Paul. Ooh, Jessica. Jessica. Is that how I was smelling? Was I smell? Do I smell like that? Yeah. Yeah. Everything's coming out of you right now. And just allow it. And just rest with it. Let me see if I have a question or if I oh, I started putting my I suggest you do this. My business coach told me this. Like put your baby picture on your wallpaper. And I think that's what loosened me up to be so emotional. I was just like, girl, look at her. I want her to look at me like, wow, I'm so proud to be you. I don't know. I was in a play or something. I don't know. And I think I was still in Catholic school around that time. But when don't you just want to like make that kid proud? So she would look at me like that, like, wow, I get to be you. I get to be you. You chose the hard stuff instead of regretting it later. You chose to believe that you can break through these patterns, that you can break through these whatever generational things you got going, whatever conditional things you got going. You believed in yourself enough to just get to the other side, just to see everybody else is doing. I think I can. I think I can do it. And what if? And if not, you can go back to your whatever your call your life is. But it's certainly not the one you want to be living. Okay, so for the theme today, my coach said the theme today, day, yes, day 15, release mode activated. You made it to week 3, the beginning of the great let go. Ooh, rather be a let go than a let down, sweetheart. Okay, your body has been jackhammering away for 2 weeks. And now it's finally like, let's get this junk out. So your body's ready to move things. I still have bowel movements. Even over 2 weeks without food, your body is still processing things. Like I had a pretty decent one. Like you're gonna look like a goose. I want to be honest with you, if I may. You're gonna look like a goose for the first week or two, and then every so often you get like a solid movement, and it's like, oh wow, didn't know that was in it. You start smelling little things. You start like seeing different shapes, and it's like, oh, I've never seen that shape before. Interesting. That's probably compacted in your colon in one of those craters. Um, yeah, color, shape, consistency, smell, like, and it doesn't even have to be bad. It's just like, wow, that's different. That's different. Interesting. So she said this way you might start seeing signs of old waste. Yeah, like I said, releasing now or very soon. You might feel heavy emotionally or totally fine, then randomly need to sprint to the bathroom. I've been having a lot of energy. Like it's 10 o'clock at night and I have energy. Like I may go walk my dog. I have that much energy. But I'm also drinking, as a reminder, I'm drinking 5 to 7 juices a day on top of water, on top of enzymes and mineral water. I use Beam Minerals. I like that. They can knock out any headache, I feel like. And yeah, this is not casual. She's like, this is next level, like internal surgery. Be bold, be consistent, be hydrated. That's the biggest thing. You got to be hydrated. You want to keep your intestines as lubricated as possible because getting things through a dry hose, it just even sounds horrible, right? And I like that she gives us little themes. Like she said, pretend your juices are little potions giving you superpowers, which they freaking are. They freaking are. Every time I chug some pineapple juice and I put a little jalapeno in it because I like it heaty, it just, I'm like, let's go. To the stars. Let's go. Pro tip for week 3, into the deep cleaning zone. So you built the foundation. Now things get real. This is where we bring the hustle and clay. And your playbook, which we have a whole manual, becomes your best ally. This combo acts like an internal broom. This combo acts like an internal broom, sweeping out the old stuff you've loosened up. Keep your juice volume high, yes. Stay hydrated and help that waste move out. The deeper you go, the lighter you feel. And I'll leave it on that note. Who wants to feel light? Aren't we tired? Isn't the world just portrayed as so dark? Let's be the light. I'm down. Are you down? You down to clown with the light? It's already in us. I see it more and more every day. I'm like, okay, Spirit, you're trying to come up. Thank you. So yeah, and I'm gonna appreciate the girls while they're here. So they may make cameos. They're gonna be gone in March. It's part of life. You know, you can't have it all. So, thankfully, I'm still a little thick. I've been down. I think I've dropped about 10 pounds. That's not why we're doing it, but it's a wonderful side effect. So, anywho, I will see you tomorrow. I love being here with you. Whoever's out there, even if it's, am I talking to some aliens? Whoever. I love you. You're welcome here. And let's just be a part of this wave of people who are just choosing themselves so they can be, so they can have the strength and the fortitude to not necessarily lead people, but encourage people. We need glimpses, as many glimpses of encouragement, of embodiment, of light as we can get. So let's add to that collective, okay? All right, dear. I love you so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow, okay? I hope you have a wonderful day. All right. Bye.